Out of all the damage from Hurricane Helene in Boone, this one likely stung some App State students and alumni. A sinkhole at what was known as just an icon on campus, a concert hall and student nightclub of sorts known as Legends. So that sinkhole now part of the reason that Legends will soon be no more. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger has a look back at the history and the question of what's next.
This place right behind me has served as a bit of a concert hall as well as a student nightclub. And it's safe to say that Legends was a bit of an icon here in the high country, but the building itself has seen better days. Back in 2023, the building itself closed, but Helene made things worse. And now, soon, this building will be no more. If you are a mountaineer of a certain age or generation, this name is something that will be a fond memory. Legends has a bit of a unique history in Boone. The place actually used to be a Winn-Dixie built in the 60s before it became an event space bought on by Appalachian State. And even for those who are not students, this was the spot to come to.
We had some friends that played here several years ago, and they were starting their tour, and this was kind of the warm-up for the national tour. So we came to watch them and just had a big time. Rob Korn lives in Banner Elk. He's attended concerts at Legends, and he tells us he has this hobby of getting pieces of landmarks that are no longer around. And he's hoping to eventually get a piece of Legends. The building and the name have been part of student life at App State and the high country for decades, and what many will say was a nightclub on campus.
I think officially we try to refer to it internally as it was a campus social event center. Okay. But you're right. I mean, a lot of people would call it the nightclub and things. I think the Social Event Center simply owns that it was used for such a wide variety of things.
Jeff Cathy is the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs at the university. He noted the acts that have come through: Jimmy Fallon, Dave Matthews Band, and Doja Cat before she broke through to the mainstream.
Several structural issues, largely age, also based out of the fact that it was originally built over a creek. There's a creek underneath this entire parking lot, and those had just piled up enough to cause us to close it.
And by 2024, when Helene hit,
Helene just exacerbated the issue on a number of fronts, ranging from flooding internally to this large sinkhole that opened up behind us.
Last week, the UNC Board of Governors made the decision to demolish, something even university officials say marks the end of an era.
It seems as if there are fewer and fewer great live venues, and especially the smaller ones. And every time there's one less, it's a little sad.
We did make a point of asking, will there be a new Legends, possibly somewhere else? University officials told us of the other venues and spots on campus, but noted,
I think it's impossible to know what the future holds, right? And so many things all come to money and interest.
As for when that demolition will be happening and what will happen with this property, that is all still up in the air. In Boone, Derek Dellinger, Queen City News.